Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We are back here today with the buffed version of the Trash Panda himself. We got the Rocket Baboon. Rocket Raccoon, man. So this is my real life Rocket Raccoon on the live server. He's rank 3. I think I'm up to rank 3 about 2 weeks ago in anticipation for the buff. Pretty excited that he was getting buffed. Whether he was good or bad, he was going up. But I definitely do think he's good, and I'm pretty excited about it, man. So I'm pretty sure everything is like broken here. Yeah, so if you want to know like really in depth how he works, I uploaded the video breaking the entire buff down just a couple of days ago, so you can go check that out. But if you don't know, he is very simple. He essentially builds up scrap metal by hitting the opponent. He builds more scrap metal against metal champions, and he puts a armor break on a heavy attack and the special 2 30 seconds, heavy attack 10 seconds, and what those 15 seconds. And what those do is it heal blocks with the sig ability, and kind of like Warlock does. Whenever they heal from willpower and like battlegrounds or alliance war, they're going to be losing their power bar. Makes them very safe for not pushing the opponent to special 3. Decent power control. Also has a really solid power drain on special 1. Also power lock and power drain on special 3. Just lots of really solid utility on this guy, plus a lot of damage too. So yeah, lots of really cool stuff with this guy. We're going to jump right in. You know, as always, we're going to do some damage against Deadpool, against Winter Soldier, with and without Suicides today, with and without Synergy teams today. I'm going to show you everything that you're going to need to see for this guy to make the decision for yourself, whether or not you want to rank him up. Now, one thing that is very important to note, all the damage you're going to be seeing in this video today, you're good to go unduped. However, the power control utility, most of it, well, actually, no, not most of it, some of it, and I'll call it out for you, but whenever I do the duels and whenever I do some power control a little bit against Deadpool, he does need his sig ability for that. Now at sig 60, which is what my Rocket Raccoon is, it's like pretty decent. Like I don't think he needs to be sig 200. I think sig 40, 60 is good enough. Even sig 20 is going to be good enough for that nice power control. The whole thing for me is like, it's just like you're not going to push them to special 3, which is like really more than enough for me. You know what I mean? I don't need the power to be drained that much. You know, like with Warlock, you're doing the degeneration damage. With Rocket Raccoon, you don't really have the degen damage, but you do have that consistent armor break on them. So like in war and battlegrounds, they're going to consistently be having their power drained, so you can really stay aggressive, which is really important for this guy. So first things first, right, we're going to go for Deadpool here. I'm going to show you with and without the Suicide Masteries, and first things first, we're going to go without them. Now, he definitely hits a lot harder with them on, but I mean, obviously every champion does, but he's one of those champions where after a couple combos, you're going to be critting on almost every hit, and those are the champions who do really well with those masteries, you know what I mean? But even without, as you can see, definitely really solid stuff without the armor breaks. Even yet, we have 4,000 medium attacks, almost 5,000 medium attacks, and really solid light attacks too. So basically 5,000 mediums, 3,000 light attacks. Now, the scrap metal underneath his HUD there, under his health bar, it goes up to 50. Okay, we want to go for the special 2 at 50, and it's just, he's done. Got the heal block going, right? Of course, the heal block we do need the sig ability for, but as you can see, right, without the masteries on, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, first hit, 6,000, nothing to write home about. But the second hit, we brought it up to about 41,000 there, so about a 47,000 special 2. Really not too bad. And of course, the heal block going, you can see his health bar is going to go down a little bit here, see, because he's trying to heal. But you know, so here's the thing, if I threw that when Deadpool was at 3 bars of power, he would go down to 2 bars, which is what I really like. I value that very highly. For stuff like, you know, war and battlegrounds, you're not going to push them to a special 3. They might be right there. They might be right at that special 2, but you're not really going to push them there unless they have a lot of power gain. You know what I mean? So that's really solid utility. Of course, that's not going to work in all questing content. They need to be healing, but most people run the willpower mastery when you're going up against another player. So we're going to do the same fight, right? We're going to go for the masteries on this time, and of course the damage output is going to be a lot higher. I really like him with them for sure. So you'll see when we start critting, 4.5k light attacks, 7k mediums, fresh out of the gate, no armor breaks. It's really solid damage output, man. Really solid damage output. Now, he gains about like 470, 500-ish critical rating on every hit, even unduped. It used to be like he needed his sig ability for that, and it went up to like 1,200 and sig 200, but now it's a really solid amount, even unduped, which is really, really nice. We're going to go for the special 2 here. Let's take a look. 9k and 60k. It's about a 70k, give or take, special 2 right out of the gate, which is really solid, really solid. Now, I want to take a look at some stuff for his sig ability here, man. So we're gonna go. I did so many of these. The 6-star, he hits so hard that I had to go for the 5-star here. So this is a Sig 100 rocket. Again, I can't even check what the value is because all the text is broken, so I don't know what Sig 100 is, but it felt about the same as Sig 60, give or take. So yeah, but it goes up to 5%, and so basically it's every armor break that you have, they're going to be draining up to 5% of their max power every time they try to heal. So against Namor here, right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for our heavy attack. And if we were fighting Namor in Battlegrounds or Alliance War, right, we're going to go for the heavy attack right away. And check it out. He's just losing his power. He's losing his power there, right? He's going to try to heal there again. He's consistently healing from willpower. And it's great also because there are so many champions like Rocket who, like, put that one singularly debuff on the opponent. You know, like kind of like Red Guardian comes to mind. And they're just healing from willpower the entire fight. And when you're up against another, you know, player in player versus PvP, they're healing, and it makes the fight go longer. So yes, the power drain is great, but the passive heal block just right away is just really, really nice, you know? It's just a very nice piece of utility he has there, I think. Now, like I said, more armor breaks, more power drain, so I'm just trying to stack them up here. Gonna go for a special 2. I don't know if it doesn't kill good, so we got 2 of them. We could probably go for 1 more armor break. He hits very hard even as a 5-star here. These are decent damage numbers for a 5-star rank 3. 3 armor breaks, as you can see, is going down, you know? So you can, in theory, right, especially if you're max sig here, you can definitely get to like 50 scrap metal because it costs 10 of the scrap, I believe it costs 10 to put the armor break on. So you can definitely chain some heavy attacks, right, because they're going to be draining power as you do it. So chain 5 in the corner, go for a special 2. You could definitely possibly get the 6 armor breaks up, and you're really going to be controlling their power very nicely. Now, another thing that he has in his kit, which is really nice, is that he has his shield mechanic, and you know, it gives him some extra like block efficiency, crit resistance, stuff like that. But the big thing that it gives him for me is it allows him to block unblockable attacks, just point blank, right, against mutant champions. So now, obviously, when you're fighting Weapon X, try not to do this, but this is really like if you mess up, you know, this is what this could look like, you know? So I'm gonna bait this out, and I'm like, you know, don't block, because when you do block it, you know, the shield activates, and then you know, you're going to lose it, you're going to have to activate it again. So try not to, but like if you mess up, right, you parry or whatever, like you're good to go. Just blocking the unblockables, blocking the unblockable specials, right? And you can activate it again right away. So that's a nice piece of utility to have there. Now the thing is, I don't usually activate the shield when I play him very much, only when I like really need it. You know, it's nice to get the additional block efficiency and everything like that, but for me, it's like, you know, I wouldn't really want to use it unless I'm in that specific scenario. And of course, he has the heal block to go against Weapon X2, and he's going to be healing a lot in general, right? So you're going to, even if he doesn't have, you know, willpower, if it's just in questing or whatever, he's going to be healing from his own regeneration abilities. So he's going to be a very decent option for Weapon X in general, assuming he is, you know, duped. So up next, we're going to be going for just a special 1 rotation to showcase that power control, and I'm going to show it to you a little bit deeper as well later on against Winter Soldier, and like, let's say like a larger health pool. But yeah, so against this Deadpool here, right away, you know, like heavy attack, Deadpool always he always heals. So I said, okay, let me throw that off, right? Now the special 1, it's going to power drain more based on how much scrap you have. So this isn't the best showcase right here of it, you know, but it also puts ruptures on 2, which is nice. It's nice little damage over time, right? You know, they're doing about, each one is doing about 400 give or take per second, so 1200 total per second, I think. I'm not even sure. Maybe it's the 1200 total. Who knows? Whatever. The point is, right, it's doing a nice little bit of extra damage here. And here, you know, we're pushing him to 3 bars of power, but as you can see, we have 32 scrap, and it just brings him right back down. We can hold block, we can go in again, build it up, and no matter how much scrap you have, right, as long as you have at least a little bit of scrap, and with a high, you know, combo rating, you're always going to have it, you can just keep that going. So you don't really have to worry about the special 3 too much against this guy. Now, let's say you wanted to take that like even a little bit further, right? So here we have against Winter Soldier, right? We're going to go for the special 3. Then the special 3 is pretty cool. It puts a very decently long power lock and power drain on the opponent. Let's watch the really fun special 3. First and foremost, most importantly, really fun special 3. Come on. Yeah, get the big gun. Nice. Okay, so check it out up there, right? Got the power drain, got the special lock, plus a bleed. The bleed does not do too much damage, it's doing about 600 damage per second. I guess if you put deep wounds on, it would be, this is, you know, with suicides too, so the bleed really doesn't, it might as well not even be there, to entirely honest. But look, at this point, check it out, okay? Really quick. So, I'm gonna hide my face here. So, after the special 3, it was just enough, combo here. And keep in mind, Winter Soldier is metal, so we were able to build more scrap metal against him, a little bit more. But we had 50 scrap, right? Just under 2 bars of power when the special lock ends. So look at where Winter Soldier's health is, or the power bar is, and look at that power drain of 50 scrap. And now we're going to push him up again, right? And we're just going to not worry about baiting specials. We're going to go again. We're at 38 scrap, 5-hit combo, pushing the special 3, and again, down to under 2 bars of power, And again, Winter Soldier is a metal champion, so we're going to gain 1 extra scrap per crit, so that definitely helps. He definitely has that advantage against the metal champions. There is a synergy you can bring along to have that same effect everywhere you go. And I guess you have 4 against metal champions, but as you can see, this isn't really a method I would recommend while running, the Suicide Masteries and Recoil, unless, it's like a boss fight, and then it's like doesn't really matter if you lose health. But yeah, as you can see, it's very effective for keeping them under 3 bars of power, even when they don't have the willpower active to benefit from the SIG ability, and that's very, very powerful. Now, we talked about synergies a little bit, right? So let's say, man, you really wanted to crack this guy out. We're going to have some fun here today. So he's really solid with the War Machine pre-fights. Very underrated support champion, War Machine is. So the cleanse, first and foremost, because if you want to run him with the Suicide Mastery, Double Edge and Liquid Courage, you get rid of those guys right away, and you get all the benefits from the big crits. And of course, you can always go for just special 3s if you really want to, but also the special 2 is going to kill most things when you run these. But also, down here, the Armor Boost is going to increase the duration of the armor break by a little bit, and plus you're going to gain an additional plus 20% attack from just having the 2 pre-fights active. Now, additionally, with, I believe it's Misty Knight, when you do a heavy attack and you put the armor break on, you're going to gain an armor up buff on you, and with Hit Monkey, you're going to gain an additional scrap, right? So I'm getting 4. I'm getting 4 every time I crit him, I think. Yes, I'm getting 4 every time I crit him. That's definitely really, really nice. Definitely not needed, as we've seen. It's definitely not needed, especially against metal champions, but it's nice to have, right? But then, one more with Yondu here. Really good synergy. It increases our scrap up to 60. And that's really good because the special 2 damage is increased by how much scrap you have. Nice, right? 65, 68, 70k total special 2. And now keep in mind, the armor break is going to be increased by just a little bit. And here we're going to go back for another armor break. And let me tell you, he starts to hit. We've killed most things with the special 2 so far, right? In most ordinary fights, they're down like about after the special 2. But here, when we start stacking up armor breaks, man, right here we had let's just round it to a 90k special 2. I'm so sick of Winter Soldier's AI. He doesn't throw specials. It's so annoying, right? So we're just hitting into him here, and we're starting to hit really hard 10k medium attacks, right? And check out this last special 2, 92k on the last hit. Really solid, about 60-second takedown, give or take, right? About 70-something hits, 72 hits, I believe. 73 hits. Yeah, now listen, that was with synergies, right? Check it out. We're going to go in again without synergies. I don't think we have to watch the whole fight again. I think you get the point, right? We'll go for the last special 2. As you can see, the second armor break does run out there because we don't have the War Machine pre-fight. But look, check it out here. With just 1 armor break active, we're going to go for another one. The fight was only 4 hits longer. Really solid stuff, man. Just really, really solid stuff. And as you can see, we're hitting very nicely as well without the pre-fights, without the synergies, without everything. I mean, it's like nice to have the synergies. Like if you're going to be questing and you want to be using Rocket Raccoon as your main guy, especially if you're not running suicides, you want the extra damage. Yeah, for sure. Bring along the synergies. You really don't need it. You really don't need the Misty Knight one that gives you the armor up unless you are fighting Havoc. Probably have better Havoc counters, although I guess he'd be good with the synergy. I mean, who knows? It's easy, quick, heavy attack, you counter Havoc. You're good to go. But yeah, overall, man, I'm pretty happy with the buff. I think he's very, very solid all around. Very good champ, man. I think he's definitely could be a fun rank 4 option even. I don't think I'll be taking mine to rank 4. Don't really need him at rank 4, but I'm super happy to have him at rank 3 for sure. I don't think I'm going to be putting SIGs into him. But, I feel like at max SIG, that power drain could be nice. It could definitely be nice to have, but I think there's other champions I'd rather put SIGs into. But regardless, this is what Rocket Raccoon could do. Some rotations, how you use him, with and without masteries, with and without synergy, so that you can take a look at your Rocket Raccoon, make decisions for yourself, what you want to do with him. Personally, I'm pretty happy that Rocket Raccoon is good now. You know, whether he's the best champion in the game or not, I don't think he is, but he's definitely usable, and that's awesome because you guys know me. I love the animals. I love the fun champs. He's a freaking raccoon with a jetpack. What more can you ask for? That's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Let me know what you think about Rocket Raccoon in the comment section below. Gonna probably upload huge featured 6-star crystal opening tomorrow, about 45 crystals, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you don't miss it. Plus 61 Nexus Cavalier crystals later on in the week. And of course, on Wednesday, we're doing our Return of the Pain content. Gonna be a really fun week for content here on the channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss it. I'll be seeing you around, man. Oh, also, one more thing. Check out this really cool Venusaur I got. It's from 2000. He uses razor leaf. Pretty freaking cool, man. I'll be seeing you around.